Hello, my name is Sarah. I am an editor and I run the bookstore at Microcosm Publishing. We have a wide variety of books on mental health, everything from developing healthy friendships to working on your creativity and your organization skills, all the way to how not to kill yourself. This book is infinitely timely because we can always improve our coping skills.
This is Dr. Faith's best-selling book, Unfuck Your Brain. It depicts how trauma screws with you on every level and how you can't just be a person in the world without your brain drawing some absurd conclusion about what's going on with you right now.
This is our zine, soon-to-be book, How to Resist Amazon and Why. It's a quick and easy-to-follow way to fight Bezos and all of the corruption he represents.
When Microcosm first came to Purepocalypse, we were setting up and people started to come up and ask what we did, and then within a few minutes they decided on their own that we were peer publishers, which was just about the sweetest thing that anyone has ever said to me. Out of the responsibility of that situation, I felt the need to make these resources for autistic adults who maybe don't yet have their handle on how other people treat them and why things are so confusing and complicated all the time. The one on the left is for the partners of autistic adults, and the one on the right is for autistic adults.
Book Unfuck Your Anger, and I actually found it extremely helpful, not because I see myself as an angry person, but she talks about anger directed at the self, and I found it really helpful and an interesting take on the subject.
Close sheltering, often with friends, family, spouses, better, worse. And, you know, this book has a lot of the tools to have those conversations and make those things palatable and or even, dare I say, functional.
I think I read it in one sitting, and it's got some really great tips for not only how to deal with your anxiety in the long run, but quick fixes for just catching your breath and that kind of thing.
Somebody posted a photo of this book in a stack of books that was a foot tall, and they said this book had more information than the rest of the books in the stack combined, which was rather horrifying, but then kind of comforting that, you know, you can compress information.
I just finished this. I love Murakami, but he is not great at writing endings. And I think he actually wrote a good ending in this one.
And what bookstore would be complete without a book that has right at the counter what to read when you're freaking out?
This is one of my favorite books of ours that I've read. It's a gonzo-type journalism, delve into the Juggalo and ICP subculture. There's a moment where Gallagher is on acid. Oh, I just read this. This is a fun and beautiful book that goes through the history of the macabre and our traditions around death. And it's a great conversation starter to pick out a page and chit-chat with your buddy about cemeteries or golems. Okay, so this is How Not to Kill Yourself by Set Sights and Dr. Faith Harper. It is a comical walk through how not to kill yourself and how to deal with your depressions, your anxieties. Well, my favorite book I've read is this one. The Royal Art of Poison. It's like a pop history that goes through all of the drama and societal intrigue of the Middle Ages through the late Renaissance. We used to put Mercury in pretty much everything. Espionage and intrigue in royal courts.
So just for Pure Apocalypse attendees, if you use the coupon code, the medical model is a scam, all one word, then we will give you 15% off your entire order, and you will get a free copy of Scam, which details the pursuits of one trans woman's jaunts through America, particularly in Miami, in the 80s and 90s, and then eventually moving on to the West Coast, and not quite getting into her current life where she performs with the punk rock band Bikini Kill.
Thank you so much for your support, and we hope that we can see you next year. Thanks for browsing. And that's all I got.